Welcome to the LHSAA Division 4 Non-Select Baseball KBZ 105.9 FM and KBZ.com. This evening, the Franklin Hornets are taking on the White Castle Bulldogs in Burton Coliseum in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Our coverage tonight is being brought to you by our title sponsor, the City of Franklin, Mayor Eugene Folkard, Mayor Pro Tem Lester Levine, and the Franklin City Council. Also sponsoring the Hornets this evening are these fans: Taco Bell, A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, A.J. Dolman Chrysler, the Tesh Action Clinic of Franklin, Franklin Foundation Hospital, now known as the Bayou Bend Healthcare System, St. Mary Parish Assessor Jared Longman, State Representative Vinnie St. Blanc, former State Representative and longtime Mayor of Franklin, Sam Jones. Vote Robert Holland III for the Senate, District 21 this fall. If elected, he will represent all of St. Mary Parish. Former State Senator Troy Brown, owner of Home Care PCA in Franklin. Henry Bola-Grange, candidate for Senate, District 21 this fall. If elected, he represents all of St. Mary Parish. Mr. D's Burgers. Stop by for our famous barbecue burgers for supper tonight, or our biscuits for breakfast tomorrow. Mr. D's has you covered for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Mr. D's Travel Center, Northwest Boulevard at Highway 90, open 24/7. The Cabot Corporation, named one of America's most responsible companies, and K&L Crawfish Company and Jack Frost Snowballs, opening Friday, March 24th at 1098 Iberia Street in Franklin. Good evening, everyone. This is KBZ Sports Director Seth Thomas from the Burton Coliseum, where tonight it's semifinals in non-select Division 4 between the Franklin Hornets and the White Castle Bulldogs. White Castle comes in as the number 2 seed, the Hornets number 3. This is the way Franklin's got to this point. They had a bye in the first round. Then they beat Jonesboro Hodge 45-43 and then knocked off Lakeview 59-46 to advance to tonight's semifinals. Meanwhile, White Castle had a bye. Then they beat Lake Arthur 54-33. And in the quarters, they beat Delhi 66-55. Other half of the bracket, that game was played earlier today. East Feliciana against North Central. We didn't get the score on that one, but the winner of that, of course, plays the winner of this one on Friday at 4 o'clock right here for the state title. Looking at the two teams coming in, White Castle comes in with a 24-9 record. Meanwhile, Franklin 18-5. Both of these teams have been at the top of Division 4 all year long. Now, for White Castle, they have got 7 state championships in their trophy case. They've been the runner-up 3 times. Last state championships, they won back-to-back in 2018, in 2017, and in 2021. Now, they were runner-up in 22 and 21, so they have been here in the semifinals 4 out of the last 6 years, so no stranger to the top 24. Meanwhile, for Franklin, 1 state title in school history way back in 1958. You know, they would love to put another trophy in there. And, of course, in 2021, they lost to Rayville on this court in the semifinals. So Franklin looking to come back and advance to the state title. Of course, tomorrow we'll have coverage of Patterson as the Lumberjacks play in the Division 3 non-select game. 4:45 is a tip-off in that one. Of course, we'll be here for all the action in the semifinals and if our teams advance to the finals. Still about 2:24 on the clock. The game before us, it was Bossier beating Wassman in one of the Division 2 non-select semifinals. Franklin with a good crowd across the way behind their bench. Tell you what, it was an exciting regional matchup. Of course, against Jonesboro Hodge. That was kind of a football rematch from last year when, man, it looked like Franklin was going to advance to the semifinals, but Jonesboro Hodge knocked them out. And in the quarterfinals, Franklin avenged the loss to Lakeview. Of course, Hornet fans remember taking the trip up to Lakeview a couple years ago above Natchitoches No internet service, nowhere to be found. We couldn't get the game on the radio. Everybody was trying to call home and get the score, but it was Lakeview edging Franklin their home court in that one to advance to the semifinals. Tonight, well, Franklin and White Castle, two teams that haven't met a whole lot. Franklin has been in Class 2A. Meanwhile, White Castle has been 1A. Of course, with the workings of how the playoffs are decided, it goes by enrollment. So the top so many schools will be in Division 1, the next in Division 2, 3, and 4. And that's what found Franklin down in Division 4, even though they do play in the 2A district. Last time we saw the Hornets, they were at home against Catholic High New Iberia, a game that Catholic High of New Iberia won. Well, they're a pretty good team because they're here as well in the state semifinals. They are, of course, in Division 3 in the select side. Both teams going to the bench. We'll have the starting lineups announced here shortly. And then we'll tip this thing off here tonight in Burton Coliseum, a great place for basketball. This is the 10th consecutive year that the boys tournament has been held here. Of course, the girls was here in 14 and 15, now over in Hammond, but a great venue. The Hornets tonight are in their road jerseys. They got the gold on tonight. Gold tops, gold bottoms, and the maroon with Hornets on the back. The numbers are maroon. Meanwhile, White Castle, white tops, white bottoms, also outlined in maroon. They have Bulldogs across the front. Franklin will be announced first, as they are the visitors, technically, as being the 3 seed.
Now let's meet the teams. First, the visiting Franklin Hornets, non-starters.
I think at first what they'll do is they'll announce the non-starters. Tayshawn Mack is number 4.
Number 10, Dalen Edwards.
Dalen Edwards is number 10. Skylar Miller is number 11. Jeremiah Gray is number 12. 13 is Mark Jones.
Number 21, Taven Ballett.
Taven Ballett is
23.
number 21.
Jackson.
Jylan Jackson, number 23. 24 is Jordan Gray.
Number 32.
32, Cordy Landry. And number 0 is Javen Gray.
Now the non-starters for the White Castle Bulldogs.
And they'll call out the non-starters for the White Castle. Number 0 is Jamal Brown. Number 1 is Ronell Jackson.
Number
12 is Rontrell Jackson.
Number 14.
14 is Carlos Harris.
Number 10, Nigel Simmons.
And now we will have the starters.
Starting lineups for the Hornets.
First for the Franklin Hornets.
Senior at guard,
Number 1, a senior, Dalen Bell.
Guard, junior, number 2, Jayshawn.
Junior, number 2, Jayshawn Johnson.
Backguard, junior, number 3, Jakylan.
Number 3 is a junior, Jakylan Caesar.
Senior, number 5, Ashton.
Number 5, senior Aston Page.
And at guard, senior, number 30, Tayshawn Johnson.
And number 12, a senior, Tayshawn Johnson. Of course, the head coach is Tremaine Johnson.
And the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. At guard, senior, number 2,
Number 2, Jalen Washington. He averages 18 points a game. He is a senior for the Bulldogs. Junior, number 3, Javen Deloach. He comes in averaging 7 points a game.
Senior, number 5.
Number 5 is Cordell Gales. He is a senior. He averages 10 a game.
Guard, sophomore, number 13, Shadrack.
Number 13 is Shadrack Allen. He is a sophomore. He averages 4 a game. And number 32, that's Demarion Burks. He is a sophomore. He comes in averaging 12 points a game. Their coach is Dwayne Carter. So all the formalities out the way, and we're set to go. The winner moves on to Friday's state title game. The loser, the season is over. Franklin and White Castle, right here on the station that champions play, KBZE. It's going to be Burks jumping up against Bell. Franklin going left to right to start things here on your radio dial. Tap is controlled by Franklin, and we're underway. Down the lane, Johnson no good. Tayshawn Johnson had the rebound. He was blocked, and they called jump ball. Tayshawn Johnson went down the lane. Tayshawn got the rebound, but Burks tied him up, and the alternating possession goes to White Castle. Franklin starts in a 1-3-1 zone. Here's DeLoach. Back over to Washington. In the corner it goes. Gales cross court, back out to Washington. They're trying to set that offense against that zone defense. Washington on the drive, right side, pulls up, baseline jumper is good. Nice looking jump shot by Washington. He puts it down, and it's 2-0. Man to man for the Bulldogs. Johnson goes by Washington, runner in the lane is no good. That's big. Demarion Burks with the rebound. Quickly up the other way. Washington again with it. Back out to DeLoach. They'll throw it around this zone. Now Franklin in a 2-3 zone. Jumper, free throw line. Good by DeLoach. Bulldogs start 2 for 2 from the field, and they have a 4-0 lead here early in this one. Johnson crossover dribble, stolen away by Washington. Washington down the lane, step through, but they say foul on the floor. Goes against Caesar. That's his first. Team foul number 1. Jason Johnson so quick at that guard spot, he can go right by Washington every time, but Demarion Burks is back there waiting on him. Now it's been a problem so far. Here's the inbound. DeLoach has it, dumps it down inside to Burks. He goes up, blocked away by Bell. Controlled by the Bulldogs. DeLoach right side. In the corner it goes to Allen. He drives, puts it up. Good defense by Tayshawn Johnson. Didn't draw the foul, adjusted the shot, and Caesar got the rebound. Hornets looking for that first basket of the ball game. 4-0 right now, White Castle. Johnson dumps it inside. Off the hands of one of the White Castle defenders. And it'll go to Franklin underneath their own basket, left side. Caesar will throw it in. He does. Tayshawn Johnson has it out to Jayshawn Johnson. Here's Caesar, top of the key. On a drive. Stolen away. Burks heading the other way. The big fella down the lane. And he loses the handle, but they say foul on the floor. Burks was a little out of control. And that goes on Jayshawn Johnson. You know, all you Hornets fans, you know how big a guy Tayshawn Johnson is. He's a football player. Tell you what, Demarion Burks makes him look little, as he's probably about 5 inches taller and about 40 pounds heavier. I'll tell you what, the big guy got some moves on that inside. Off the inbound, here's White Castle. Back out to DeLoach. Washington. Out about the mid-court line. 5:20 to go. First quarter, 4-0 White Castle. They made their first 2 shots from the field. Washington down the lane. Fires his way up there. No good. Gales had it. Lost it. Out of bounds. And they say last touch by, let's see. Officials are getting together. And they say it was Franklin touched it last. The Hornets actually watched it go out of bounds as they thought it was off the Bulldogs. But the officials say he'll stay right here with the Bulldogs. Dumps it down inside to Burks, and it looked like he traveled. He did. Burks got the inbounds on the lob, but then he tried to reset his footing, and it'll be Franklin ball. Here's Jay-Sean Johnson, left side. Drives a basket, layup in. Tell you what, he is just so quick. He went right by Gales, and Burks couldn't get over in time, and it's 4-2. White Castle with the lead in the basketball. 4:35 to go here in the first. Washington looking for a screen. Baseline runner. Rolls in, no good. Burks with the rebound up. Rolls out, but he's fouled. Had a chance for a three-point play, but the ball wouldn't drop. And that foul goes against number 5. That's Ashton Page. That's his first. Third team foul against the Hornets, and that'll send Burks to the line for 2. Burks' first free throw. Rattles around and comes out. They'll have one more. Second free throw, this one out, no good again. Fought for, controlled by Dalen Bell, comes out with it, and he gives it over to Jay-Sean Johnson. Bell trying to post inside, he's on Gales, kicks it out to Caesar. Caesar pulls up, jumper, good. Kylan Caesar puts it down, and it's 4-all. Good looking jumper from about 17 feet for Caesar. Dump down inside. Washington goes to the basket. It's blocked away by Bell. Good defense. Here comes the Hornets on the move. Caesar inside Bell. Back out. Three-pointer on the way. No good. That was Ashton Page. Missed it. Hornets with another shot. They go up inside, and they say jump ball again. Burks gets a hold of the basketball as Bell was going to the basket. And now the arrow pointing to the Hornets. They'll inbound it under the basket. Trying to take their first lead of the game here. Caesar with a jumper. 3-ball, no good. Missed everything. Washington had it, and he's fouled in the backcourt by Page. Boy, that's his second, and really didn't have to do that as Washington had the rebound. Well, that might be the difference, is who gets in foul trouble. And so far the Hornets with 4 fouls, White Castle with none. Here's the Loach on the outside. Back to Washington. He's double teamed. Now he'll drive it. Stop. 3-pointer. Pulls it up. No good. Rebound. Burks inside. Puts back the big fella. He just takes up so much space down there, and he put it back in. His first basket is 6-4 White Castle. 2:50 to go here in the first quarter. Caesar on the outside. He drives, pulls up, jumper, no good. Rebound by Burks. Question's going to be, can Burks keep up this pace for 4 quarters? I'm not sure he can. He's already dragging a little bit. DeLoach outside. Off the Gales. He drives, cut off. Back to DeLoach. 3 from the left side. No good. Caesar with the rebound. Now into the hands of Jay-Sean Johnson. Johnson down the lane. Pulls up. Jumper. No good. Got his own rebound. Back up. No good again. The rebound pulled down by Washington. He's headed the other way. Washington splits the defense. Goes up. No good. Caesar has it. Washington wanted a foul. No call. Caesar kicks it out. Page, 3, right side. No good. Long pass up the floor. 2-on-1. Washington left-handed layup is good. He just didn't go down and play defense. He got the outlet, and it's 8-4 White Castle. Franklin is really going to the basket. They just got to settle down, take their time. Johnson again down the lane. Tried to kick it. That went off of Deloach, and it'll stay here with the Hornets. 1:26 to go. Trayshawn Mack will come in. Tayshawn Johnson goes out, and then Ashton Page will go out with the 2 fouls, and that'll get Tavon Ballard in the game. 1:26 to go here in the first. It's White Castle on top 8-4. Caesar with the inbound. In the corner to Ballard. Dumps it inside. Bell going to the basket. No good. Ballard has it back. Gives off to Mack. He goes up. Bell puts it back and in. Third time the charm is Dalen Bell gets the putback. 8-6. White Castle by 2. Here's Gales. Right side. Miller on the drive. Allen puts it up, but no good. Rebound to Bell. He's done a good job on the boards for the Hornets. Here's Tayshawn Johnson. Bell free throw line. Drives, cut off. Out to Ballard. He loses the handle out of bounds. .33 seconds. Washington has it in the backcourt. Ballard picks him up. He drives, pulls up from the free throw line. No good, and Ballard has it. Good defense that time by Ballard. Johnson, long 3 behind the arc. No good. Rolled around, and there's Burks with the rebound. And they say Burks lost it out of bounds. White Castle, Coach Carter wants a foul, but no call. Well, looked like they went in there slapping it. And the big fella lost it out of bounds, and Franklin will have it with 13.1 seconds. Down by 2. First quarter. Here's Caesar off the inbound. Defender falls down. He dumps it inside to Bell. He goes up. No good. But a foul is called, and there, finally they get Burks. First team foul. And that'll send Dalen Bell to the free throw line. You know, if anybody, Washington obviously comes in averaging 18, but if you tell me who's their most important player, I think Burks, and he just clogs up the whole middle. Franklin's used to getting that ball to the basket, but boy, Burks will stop that, and Burks will go out. And number 1 will come in. That's Rondell Jackson. He'll get a breather for the last 7 seconds and then through the timeout after the quarter. Second free throw, no good. And White Castle has it. Here's Deloach. Into the front court. Knocked out of bounds by Caesar. 2.1 seconds. White Castle have it inbounds on the side court. Allen will trigger it. Gets it in. And White Castle does not recognize how much time's left. 2 guys touched it. Nobody shot it. And that is the end of quarter number 1 with the score. White Castle 8. Franklin 7. We'll take a timeout. This is Hornet Basketball on KBZE.
I don't know about you, but I cannot escape my cravings for Taco Bell. It doesn't matter where I am or what I'm doing or what time of day it is. I see the warm nacho cheese sauce everywhere. I can smell the Mexican spices. Sometimes my cravings even haunt me in my sleep. Luckily, I found out the one way to escape the cravings. Run to Taco Bell and get your cravings under control, or they'll control you. DoorDash delivery available.
City Council for being our title sponsor this evening for the Hornets in Lake Charles. Also, special thanks to St. Mary Parish of 2023. This facility will offer many services, including a fitness center, an indoor track, swimming pools, therapy services, and a healthy bistro, child care, and so much more. Call 337-907-6767 for more information. 8-7 White Castle with a 1-point lead here. Number 2 and number 3 doing battle in the semifinals. We're going to try to get that updated score for you from So here we go. Quarter number 2. We'll try to get who won. There's a foul that goes against Ballot. The starter, we're trying to get the score for you, and we understand that North Central won it. So the 4 seed knocks off number 1, so North Central is waiting in the finals for the winner of this one. White Castle with the ball. Here's a dump down inside to Burks. He turns, stolen away. Shayshawn Johnson down the lane, and he loses the coast, got to the basket and lost the ball. 5 team fouls now on Franklin, only 1 on the Bulldogs. Now a little boxing 1 is Ballard. He's just hanging on to Washington. That's the 16th foul, so from here on out, the last 7:39, White Castle will be in the bonus. Here's Deloach. Gives it off to Washington. They want the ball out of Washington's hands. Ballot all over. He gets a screen. Washington drives, dumps down inside. Block. Bell got the block on Gales. And a foul is called, and let's see who it's on. And that is on Jayshawn Johnson. That's number 2. And right now, the fouls are really mounting up against the Hornets. And now it's 1-and-1 time for Gales as he'll go to the line. They're 0 for 2. He was in the act of shooting, they said. No, excuse me, it was a 1-and-1. So rebound, no, comes to White Castle. Here's a steal. Down the lane. Mack, he has it stolen away. Just a little too quick right now. There's the Hornets with the basketball. Here's Gale. Gale's down the lane. His layup is in. Power move by Gales. He gets it to go. His first basket. And it's 10-7. The other way. Missed shot by Jayshawn Johnson. He's just trying to get to the rim so bad. He's losing the handle of the ball. Here's a drive. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound fought for, controlled by Washington. His free throw line jumper, no good, in and out. There's Jayshawn Johnson again with the rebound. He's head the other way. Drives down by everybody. This time he gets it to go. Well, that time the quickness shows that he beat everybody down the floor. 10-9. White Castle by 1. Man-to-man defense now for Franklin. Washington gets in the lane and puts it up and in. Boy, he's just big and strong. The senior comes in averaging 18. First quarter, Franklin shot 37% from the field. They were 0 for 4 from three-point line. There's Bell, free throw line jumper, no good. Ball tapped around, controlled by Gales. Meanwhile, White Castle shot 36%. They were 0 for 2 from behind the arc. Washington will try. Well, there you go. First one goes to Jalen Washington as he knocks it down. 15-9, and the Hornets want a timeout and talk about it. We'll take it with them. This is Franklin basketball on the Breeze.
Whether it's price, service, or selection, you gotta come to AJ Doman Chevrolet. We are South Louisiana's newest business elite, medium duty, and commercial dealer. Can't find the car you're looking for? Let us order it for you.
And remember, no credit, bad credit, we can help.
AJ Doman Chevrolet at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge.
Give us a call today or visit us online at ajdomanchevy.com. AJ Doman Chevrolet, the dealership that works for you. Highway 182 in Berwick.
So 15. This update is being brought to you by former state representative and longtime mayor of Franklin, Sam Jones, and former state senator Troy Brown, owner of Home Care PCA. And Jeremiah Gray, number 12, is checked in for Franklin. So 2 starters and 3 subs on the floor for the Hornets. Johnson in the lane, pulls up, jumper, rolls around, won't go. Rebound by Gray. He tries to save it. He does to Bell. His shot no good. And big Samarian Burks has another rebound. 5:05 to go here in the half. Washington on the outside. Washington on the drive. Spins in the lane. Knocked away. Johnson up ahead of the field. Goes to the basket. His layup is in. Deshaun Johnson gets the basket. 15-11. In the corner. That's Jackson. Tried to get it to Burks on the floor. Picked up by Washington. He goes to the basket. No good, but he's fouled. And that's Ballard, number 20. That's 3 already. He checked in at the end of the first quarter, and he's already got 3 fouls. Trying to slow down Jalen Washington. Washington will shoot 2. And Jalen Jackson will come in after the first free throw for Franklin. And I'm sure he'll have the assignment of picking up Washington. Now we got a timeout. I think they're taking a look at Washington. I don't know if might have got scratched. I see some peroxide out, so I think what it was might have had a little cut on his arm. Have to stop the bleeding. And he'll be back out to shoot the free throws. He's got 9 points already in the game. Half of his 18-point average. 3 seniors on this White Castle team. Only 9 players on the roster. Meanwhile, 3 seniors for Franklin. They got 15 on the roster, so. Two free throws. Upcoming. 4:32 to go in the half. It's been back and forth. Very physical game, as a lot of the games here in the semifinals turned into. Washington's first free throw is good. And in comes Jalen Jackson. Ballard will sit down with the 3 fouls. Second free throw is in. So 11 now in the game for Washington. 17-11. Here's the full court pressure. Johnson. Got it stolen away. Inside. Tayshaun Johnson missing. Long pass up ahead. Washington runs it down, but they say off of his hands and out of bounds. He thought Franklin touched it. So on the floor you got Tayshaun Johnson, Jayshaun Johnson, Jalen Jackson. Also number 12, that's Jeremiah Gray. And down the lane, that was Mack going to the basket. Foul goes against Gales. His first, second team foul. So Trayshawn Mack will shoot 2. Hornets 1 for 2 from the line. Meanwhile, Bulldogs are 2 for 5. First one front rim and no good. Just get a feeling that all these free throws are going to be important before this thing's over. Second one is in this time. So Mack gets on the scoreboard. And it's 17-12. Washington with a 3 from the left side. Good. Man, he can shoot the basketball. 20-12. 14 in the game. And the ball stripped away. 3-on-2 the other way. Gales down the lane. Dumps it off. Left-handed layup is good by Rondell Jackson. And boy, White Castle now 22-12 lead. Another near steal. Tie ball, and Harris facing or pointing to the Hornets. And now Caesar and Bell will come back in. Deshaun Johnson will go out. They need to get one more off the floor, and it'll be Jeremiah Gray. Also, Allen will check back in. DeLoach will sit down. So they got a small bench. White Castle trying to keep guys fresh. 3:25 to go in a half. It's a 10-point lead. Biggest lead of the night so far for the Bulldogs. Mack stripped out of his hands. He gets it back. Out top. Down the lane. Runner rolls around. No good. And there's Burks with the rebound. Up ahead. Jackson puts it up and in. Great outlet pass by Burks. He looked like a quarterback there, just firing it downfield. And Jackson ran it down and put it in. Caesar dumps it inside. In, and he's fouled. Great look. Got it down inside to Bell. And that's Gales, his second. Looked like Caesar was going to shoot that ball away when the defense came to him. He dumped it down inside to Bell. He put it in. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. A big shot right there. Gales will go down with 2 fouls. And Rontrell Jackson will come in, replacing Ronell Jackson. Bell's free throw, no good. Rebound run down by Jackson. 24-14. And they'll hear the last 2:45. The Hornets want to cut into that 10-point lead. There's a reach-in foul on Jay-Sean Johnson. That's number 3. And that is a huge call in this game, and I don't know how they can leave him on the floor here for the last 2:42. It'll be 1-1 for Jackson. Free throw is up, no good. Rebound out of bounds. It's the last touch by Franklin. Mack had the box out, but knocked it out of bounds, and it'll be White Castle ball. Long pass stolen away by Caesar, and they say a foul, and that's Burks. Burks reaches in. Tell you what, had he not, it would have been 2 points, but that's his second foul, so that might be something to watch. Gales and Burks both with 2 fouls. We told you only 9 players on White Castle, so a very short bench. The Hornets can get him in foul trouble. Caesar dumps it inside to Bell on the baseline. Out top, Johnson. Jason looking to go. He does. He's bumped by Burks. No call. Well, that should have been his 3rd foul. My goodness gracious. No doubt. Boy, he stepped out in front of him and just kind of pushed him. No call. White Castle has it. And there's a steal by Bell. Up ahead it goes to Johnson again. Jay-Sean down the lane. Dumps inside to Mack. He turns. Back inside to Bell. He lays it up. No good, but there's a foul. That goes against Ronell Jackson. 15 fouls, so still not in the bonus, but it'll be a 2-shot foul for Dalen Bell. 24-14. Hey, what Coach Johnson really has confidence in Jay-Sean Johnson to leave him out there with the 3 fouls. First free throw is in. And now Jackson will go out. DeLoach back in. One more for Dalen Bell. He's 2 for 4 from the line in the ball game. He's got 6 points. Make it 7 as he knocks that one down. The lead back under 10 to 9. Oh, excuse me, to 8. 2 minutes to go here in the half. Washington bringing it up. Washington down lane inside the Burks. It's blocked away. Great block that time by Jackson. There's Chason down the lane. Basket good. Floats down the lane and puts it in. As Franklin has cut the lead to 6. We'll take a timeout with them. Mr. Dees Burger says stop by.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gary Wiltz, CEO of Tesh Action Clinic, Louisiana's oldest community health center. Let me show what we have to offer to your family. Whether it's OBGYN, adult medicine, dental care, podiatry, pediatrics, behavioral health, or pharmacy, it can all be found right here at Tesh Action Clinic. Yet it's care that's comprehensive, coordinated, and patient-focused. To make sure that we meet the needs of our community, our services are provided on a sliding fee scale basis.
Biscuits for breakfast tomorrow. Mr. D's has you covered for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's Mr. D's Travel Center, Northwest Boulevard at Highway 90, open 24/7. And this fall vote hit as a near steal, but the ball was on the line. Jalon Jackson almost had the steal. It'll be White Castle's ball right here in front of us. He does get it into Deloach. Tried to dump it in to Burks, but bad pass, and Bell steals it. Jackson down the lane. Stolen away. Jackson lost the handle. Here's Washington. Recovered, blocked by Bell. I'll tell you what, Dalen Bell has been outstanding on the defensive end, both rebounding and blocking shots. And now Ashton Page looks like he'll come back in. Let's see who they get out. Looks like they get Trayshawn Mack out. 1:15 to go. White Castle has the ball. They get it into Washington. Bull. Trayshawn was right on him. Deloach with a 3. Top of the key. Good. Javen Deloach hits the 3. 27-18. Third three-pointer in the game for White Castle, all in this quarter. None for Franklin so far. Bell, 15-foot jumper, no good. Rebound Deloach. Washington up ahead to Allen. Crossover dribble. Nice movement blocked by Caesar. And they say last touch by the Bulldogs. Jackson knocked it out of bounds. So the Hornets have it back with 38 seconds left in the half. 27-18. Here's Caesar. Bell has it at the free throw line. He drives, kicks it out. Long 3 on the way. No good off the iron. That was Jalen Jackson. And the other way is Deloach. Over to Burks. He'll hold it up to Washington. 12 seconds. Washington down the lane. And that's a no block. Boy, it looked like he ran right over Bell, and they gave Bell the foul, his first. So a 2-shot foul for Washington with 6 seconds left in the half. Washington with 14 in the game. We'll have 2 free throws here with 6.5 left. First free throw is good. Boy, he is not just a shooter, he's a scorer. And there you go. They take Ja'Shawn Johnson out. Make sure he doesn't get the 4th foul with 6.5 left. Jordan Gray checks in. Washington misses it. Rebound by Bell. Over to Caesar. 2 seconds. Caesar will shoot it from half court. No good.
That's your halftime.
And that'll do it for the first half with the score. White Castle 28. Franklin 18. We're going to turn it over to Howard Castay, station manager. He'll take you through the halftime with some commercials. We'll get the stats. We'll get the totals for you. We'll tell you all about the first half and get you set for the second half. 28-18 at the break. White Castle on top of Franklin. You're listening to Hornet Basketball on KVZE.
All right, Hornets fans, what a game, what a game. We want to thank all of our sponsors for helping us bring you today's game. They include Mr. D's Burgers. Mr. D's Burgers says stop by for our famous barbecue burgers for supper tonight and our biscuits for breakfast tomorrow. Mr. D's has you covered for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Mr. D's Travel Center, Northwest Boulevard at Highway 90, open 24/7. This fall, vote Henry Beau-Lagrange, the senator for District 21. If elected, he will represent all of St. Mary Parish. The Cabot Corporation is also sponsoring our coverage of the Hornets tonight. They're named one of America's most responsible companies. Salute to the Hornets from the folks at the Cabot Corporation. And K&L Crawfish Company and Jack Frost Snowballs invite you to their grand opening Friday, March 24th on Iberia Street in Franklin. That's at 1098 Iberia Street in Franklin. Special thanks to the city of Franklin and, of course, Mayor Eugene Folkard, Mayor Pro Tem Lester Levine, and the Franklin City Council for being our title sponsor this evening for the Hornets in Lake Charles. Go Hornets, bring home that win, guys. Also special thanks to St. Mary Parish Assessor Jared Lawman and State Representative Vinny St. Blanc. Hey, are you ready to become a healthier you? Franklin Foundation Hospital, now Bayou Bend Health System, is re-imaging healthcare and fitness with their new wellness center opening this year in the spring of 2023. This facility will offer many services, including a fitness center, an indoor track, swimming pools, therapy services, a healthy bistro, child care, and so much more. Call 337-907-6767 for more information.
I don't know about you, but I cannot escape my cravings for Taco Bell. It doesn't matter where I am or what I'm doing or what time of day it is. I see the warm nacho cheese sauce everywhere. I can smell the Mexican spices. Sometimes my cravings even haunt me in my sleep. Luckily, I found out the one way to escape the cravings. Run to Taco Bell and get your cravings under control, or they'll control you. DoorDash delivery available.
Whether it's price, service, or selection, you gotta come to A.J. Doman Chevrolet. We are South Louisiana's newest business elite, medium duty, and commercial dealer. Can't find the car you're looking for? Let us order it for you.
And remember, no credit, bad credit, we can help.
A.J. Doman Chevrolet at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge.
Give us a call today or visit us online at ajdomanchevy.com. A.J. Doman Chevrolet, the dealership that works for you. Highway 182 in Berwick.
The Jeep Celebration event is going on right now at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Berwick. How about 1.9% for 72 months and $2,000 rebate on the all-new 2023 Grand Cherokee Laredo package? And another Jeep Celebration event deal is $5,000 off MSRP on this 2023 limited model. That's 1.9% for 72 months on Laredo and $5,000 off MSRP on limited. Only at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gary Wiltz, CEO of Tesh Action Clinic, Louisiana's oldest community health center. Let me show what we have to offer to your family. Whether it's OBGYN, adult medicine, dental care, podiatry, pediatrics, behavioral health, or pharmacy, it can all be found right here at Tesh Action Clinic. Yet it's care that's comprehensive, coordinated, and patient-focused. To make sure that we meet the needs of our community, our services are provided on a sliding fee scale basis. and we offer extended weekday hours as well as opening our doors on Saturday at our Franklin site. Truly your one-stop health shop. So if you're looking for a medical home, please come visit us here at Tesh Action Clinic, the heartbeat of St. Mary Parish.
It's truck month at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and the deals are back. Like $13,500 off this 2022 Ram Bighorn, and there's a 1.9% interest rate for 72 months also. The Jeep truck, the 2023 Gladiator, has $4,500 off MSRP on sport packages. That's $13,500 off Bighorn and $4,500 off Gladiator. Only at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. 1.9% standalone option for qualified buyers.
And it's time for a scoring update. The score now is the Hornets 18 and White Castle 28. This update has been brought to you by former state representative and longtime mayor of Franklin, and now we bring you back to Mr. Seth Thomas.
We're back here at halftime. I think we're awaiting the stat report. It looks like it may be coming from across the way to let you know everything that happened there in the first half. There's a 28-18 lead for White Castle. Bulldogs led it 8-7 at the end of the first quarter, and then they used the three-point shot. They made three of them in the second quarter, and that was the difference, as Franklin is yet to make one. And now the score, as we mentioned, 28-8. Free throw-wise, White Castle 3 of 8 from the line. Meanwhile, Franklin 4 of 7. Jay-Sean Johnson and Tavion Ballard each with 3 fouls. Austin Page has 2. Meanwhile, it's Cordell Gales and Damarian Burks with 2 apiece for the Bulldogs. Leading the score for the Bulldogs, no surprise, Jalen Washington had 15. Javen Deloach had 5. Rondell Jackson had 4 off the bench. Then with 2 apiece, it was Cordell Gales and Damarian Burks. Meanwhile, the Hornets were led by Jay-Sean Johnson. He had 8 points. Dalen Bell had 7. Kylan Caesar had 2. And Trayshawn Mack had 1. Bulldogs back on the floor, going through their warm-ups. Here comes the Hornets. About 2 minutes. They'll have to get a couple shots up in a hurry. And here comes our guy with the stats for Franklin. They shot 28%. They were 7 of 25 in the first half. 7 of 19 on 2-point field goals, 36%, 0 of 6 behind the arc. As we mentioned, they were 4 of 7 on free throws. Turnovers, they had 10. Got to cut that down a little bit. They did have 6 steals, and they had 16 rebounds. Leading the way, of course, Bell and Caesar with 3 apiece. Meanwhile, White Castle shot 42%. They were 8 of 21 from 2-point territory. They were 38%, and 3 of 5 from behind the arc, so they are shooting 60%. Meanwhile, they have 7 turnovers and 23 rebounds. So White Castle doing a good job. Burks has 6 of those. For rebounds, as we mentioned. So cut down the turnovers. You got to start making some outside shots if you're Franklin. Again, 0-6, they used to make the 3-pointers, but they hadn't. Bell shooting 28%, Johnson 33%, Caesar 25%. That's the big scores. Meanwhile, Washington shooting 38%. Deloach and Jackson 66%. Gales and Burks 50%. So the Bulldogs have been much more efficient so far in the contest, and it shows with a 10-point lead. White Castle inbounded as we start play here in the second half. They have a 10-point lead, and the inbound goes to Deloach. Starters on the floor for both teams. Here's Washington with it outside. That bandage on his elbow. And there's a quick foul. And that is Page, and that's third. First here. So Page has 3, Ballot with 3, and Jayshon Johnson with 3. Inbound goes to Gales. Looking for a screen. Bell switches. Now he'll pick up Gales. Washington down the lane. No good. He's fouled going to the basket. And let's see who that's on. And that is number 2. That is Jayshon Johnson. And that's his 4th foul. And boy, he's going to have to come out the game after this free throw. A leading scorer as Washington misses the first one. Ballard will check back in. Johnson will have to sit down with the 4 fouls. Washington second with no good again. Tayshawn Johnson with a big rebound. So an empty trip for the Bulldogs. Here comes Caesar. You got to figure Caesar's going to have to pick up some of that scoring load with Johnson on the bench. Caesar straight to the basket, goes up, and they say charge. Gales was standing there. Caesar gets his second foul. 3 quick fouls against the Hornets here in quarter number 3. They have just been playing a little too fast. Usually they'll get in that rhythm, but boy, so far they hadn't. Here's Deloach. The Ballot on him, gets a screen. And he'll kick it out. 3 ball by Allen, too strong. There's Bell with the rebound. Off to Ballot. Ballot got it stolen away by Deloach. 3 on 2 the other way. Deloach to the basket, puts it off, no good. Bell with it, and there's ball knocked out of his hands, and that's Gales, and that'll be 3 on him. A reach-in foul. He said, not on me, but he was the only one there. And that's 3 fouls on Gales again. Franklin much deeper, and Rondell Jackson will get off the bench. 21-18, that's the way to have ended. That's where we're still at here with 6:35 to go in the third. Here's Page over to Ballot. Swings it to Caesar. Dump down inside. Johnson up, no good. Blocked by Burks. That ball controlled by Allen. Just nothing doing on the inside with Burks down there. Here's Washington with it. Get a screen from Burks. He goes down the lane. Pulls up. Jump shot. Good. Page is trying to deny the ball, but boy, when Washington gets it, he can turn it into points. He has 17, and it's 30-18. Page on the outside. Dumps it to Bell. Back to Page. He drives. Puts up the runner. Rolls around. No good. Rebound fought for. Deloach had it. Bell comes out with it. Goes up and in. Just a determined effort by Dalen Bell to get it in. 30-20. Gale double team. Caesar had the steal and got it, but they said he was on the line. Here's Mack come out, or come in. Tayshawn Johnson will go out. Meanwhile, Gales will go out with the 3 fouls. Steal by Ballot, but is thrown back in bounds. Ballot had it, saved it. It went back to Washington. And now, foul looked like it goes against number 21, Ballot, and that's 4 on him. Here's Allen with it. He's off to Washington. Pulls up. Jumper no good. Rebound to Bell. Actually, they didn't give that foul to Ballot. Looks like they gave it to Mack. Here's the Hornets trying to get it inside. And they say last touch by Washington as it goes out of bounds. And again, especially with Jayson Johnson on the bench, boy, nobody to run the offense through. As he can drive it, he can make stuff happen for other players. And right now they're just looking for the offense down 10. Ballot throws it in to Bell. Top of the key. Over to Ballot. Jumper, no good. Rebound by Deloach. Here comes Deloach the other way. Gives it off to Washington. Washington to work on Ballot. Goes by him. Dumps it to Burks. Back to Washington. Bulldogs looking for a good shot. Now Deloach has it outside. 4:05 to go in the third. 30-20. White Castle on top of Franklin here. Washington long 3 on the way. No good. Rebound by Bell. Caesar will take the 3 the other way. No good. Rebound. Mack has it. Mack drives down the lane. Reverse layup is in. Trayshawn Mack with a good move. 30-22. Here's Deloach. Off to Washington. Double team stolen by Page. Over to Ballot down the lane. Left-handed layup is in. Hornets turning up the pressure. Timeout. White Castle. 3:12 to go here in the third. 30-24. White Castle by 6. Are you ready to become a help?
I don't know about you, but I cannot escape my cravings for Taco Bell. It doesn't matter where I am or what I'm doing or what time of day it is. I see the warm nacho cheese sauce everywhere. I can smell the Mexican spices. Sometimes my cravings even haunt me in my sleep. Luckily, I found out the one way to escape the cravings. Run to Taco Bell and get your cravings under control, or they'll control you. DoorDash delivery available.
Center opening in the spring of 2023. This facility will offer many services, including a fitness center, an indoor track. Franklin 27. This update has been brought to you by former state representative and longtime mayor of Franklin, Sam Jones, and former state senator Troy Brown, owner of Healthcare PCA in Franklin. White Castle needed to use a timeout there as Franklin had to score the last 4. Now White Castle has it, and it's man-to-man full court for the Hornets. Here comes Allen. Hurrying into the front court. Franklin trying to speed them up on offense. They had got comfortable, but now Franklin man-to-man all over. Outside, Jackson back to Deloach. Down the lane, Deloach knocked away by Bell. Bell swats it out of there. Ball will stay with White Castle. Right now, the referees will step in as they are really trying to get physical with Washington. And you're going to see Here's Washington, steps out, gets the ball, 3, no good. Rebound tipped away, Burks has it, puts it back up, no good. And a rebound, last touch by White Castle. So now Franklin's trying to get a job in Washington's head as he's trying to take over the game. He's missed 2 threes his last 2 times down. And now Franklin with a chance to cut it to 4 or 3 with a 3-pointer. Here's Bell outside. Ashton Page jumper, no good. Allen skies for the rebound, but they said he was on the line, on the end line, and the ball will stay with the Hornets. Here's the ball. Page has it. Out to Ballot. Long 3, but that one's way deep in his air ball. Not the shot that the Hornets wanted right there. And here's Allen. The other way. He'll drive. Back to Washington. Baseline jumper, no good, but he's fouled. Hits the deck again. That's Ballot. That's number 4, and 15 foul. Washington slow getting up, and he'll trot to the line. They have just, tell you what, kind of like back in the days when Michael Jordan just used to get beat up. That's what they're trying to do to Washington. That free throw is good. He missed his last 2. 31-24. Second free throw is no good. Short. The rebound goes to Bell. Here comes Caesar. Caesar running into Burks, and he loses out of bounds. And they say off of Caesar, and it'll go to White Castle. Gets it into Washington. Picked up by Mack. Washington in the front court. Throws up the jumper from the free throw. No good. Burks with it. He goes up, and there's a foul underneath. That goes against Bell. That's his second.
This second person, team 6. And live 2-2.
16 team fouls now in the game for Franklin. Burks will shoot the first free throw. It's in. He's got 3 in the game. It's only 6 for White Castle. Second one, no good. Rebound by Caesar. Caesar pulls up, free throw line, short, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds. They said it'll go to White Castle. The White Castle's ball. Jackson gets it in. Almost stolen, but they say last touch by White Castle. Boy, it looked like Ballot might have touched it last, but .130 left here in quarter number 3. Franklin desperately needs a basket here, trailing by 8. Page over to Caesar. Caesar just cannot get it going. He had 2 points in the game. Bell back out to Caesar. Jayshon Johnson on the bench with 4 fouls. As they traveling, as they tie up Caesar, and he walks with it. And it'll be White Castle ball. Here's Allen. He hadn't scored in the game. He gets it off to DeLoach. Loach had it knocked out of bounds by Mack. Ball will stay with the Bulldogs with 1:03 to go. 32-24. Boy, it has been rough and tumble here in the second half as the Hornets decided we're just going to take it to the Bulldogs, get physical, and see what happens. There's a pass inside. It goes to Bell, but, Bell steals it away from Burks. Ballot. Down the lane. Layup is good. Ballot has 4. 32-26, under a minute to go. Here's DeLoach. He's in the front court. Dumps it down inside to Jackson. He loses the handle out of bounds, but they say Page touched it last. White Castle's ball with 37.5 seconds underneath their basket, left side. Inbound it goes to Jackson, puts it up and in. Quick pass to Rondell Jackson. 34-26. .23 seconds left. Here's Ballard. He'll take the three. Way out there. Good. Ballard felt it as he was about 6 feet behind the arc. First three of the game. 7 seconds. Here comes Washington. Down the lane. Layup no good. And the ball saved by DeLoach. They put it up, but no good as the horn sound. Ballard takes a big time to make the first three for the Hornets. And they will go to the fourth quarter with White Castle on top, 34-29. Ballard has 7. An 11-point quarter for Franklin. 6 for the Bulldogs. So 34-29. Buckle up. We should have a great finish. We'll take a timeout. This is Hornet basketball on the breeze.
Whether it's price, service, or selection, you gotta come to AJ Doman Chevrolet. We are South Louisiana's newest business elite, medium duty, and commercial dealer. Can't find the car you're looking for? Let us order it for you.
And remember, no credit, bad credit, we can help.
AJ Doman Chevrolet at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge.
Give us a call today or visit us online at AJDomanChevy.com. AJ Doman Chevrolet, the dealership that works for you. Highway 182 in Berwick.
Senate in District 21. If elected, he will represent all of St. Mary Parish. Mayor Eugene Folkard would like to thank everyone for eating local, shopping local, and fueling local. That's how you help the city to generate. The best test is a Cologuard test available at your local pharmacy. The best test, however, is the one that gets done. If you don't have a primary care physician, we invite you to visit us. Make your appointment today by calling 337-828-2550. Franklin will have the ball to start the third quarter. Jalen Johnson still on the bench. Jayshon Johnson on the bench with those 4 fouls. Ballard, Caesar, Page, Mack, and Bell on the floor. Here's Mack in the lane. Spins down the lane. Layup in. Trayshawn Mack with a big shot. 34-31. Hornets back within 3. Washington bringing it up. Washington throws it up. No good. And there's a foul as Bell got the rebound. Let's see what's on. 32. That's Burks. And that's number 3 on the big fella. Only the second team foul, so no free throws, but Franklin will have it. Hornets trailing by 3. Here comes Caesar. This is to Mack. They like that matchup. Mack dumps it inside. Bell up and in. Bell gets it to go. And it's 34-33. Hornets trail by 1. Washington up ahead to Allen. He gets it back to DeLoach. Back out top to Allen. Back to DeLoach. Boy, this man-to-man defense is effective White Castle in the second half. Here's Gales on the move. Long 3 on the way. No good. Ball tipped around. And ball's controlled by Page. He gets off to Caesar. Bounce pass to back. Rebound goes to White Castle. Trying to dump it inside to Burks. And the pass was too long, and it'll go to the Hornets on the turnover. 6:31 end-to-end action. We have a substitute now. It's going to be number 11, Skylar Miller, making his first appearance in the game, replacing Page. And number 23, Jaylon Jackson will come back in. As he gives Mack a breather. Here's Caesar. Hornets a chance to take the lead since they hadn't had the lead since the first quarter. Caesar drives, pull back, stop, pops, jumper, good! Kylan Caesar gets it to go. 35-34. Hornets in the lead. Gales down the lane, puts up the jumper, no good. Burks fought for it, couldn't get it. Caesar with it. Headed the other way, long pass up to Ballot. Down the lane, layup too strong. And a ball thrown off of one of the Franklin defenders, and White Castle will have it. Allen had got the rebound. He was falling out of bounds. He threw it back off of the hip of Ballot, and they will keep possession. 5:52 to go. 35-34. Hornets by 1. Trying to get to the state championship game. Gales outside. He drives. Puts up the runner. No good again. There's big Dalen Bell with the rebound. He goes down. And boy, he did a split, and I'm not so sure if he didn't hurt his hamstring. There's a traveling call. They'll help him up. Let's see if he's all right. He must have hit a wet spot on the floor. Looks like he's fine. Boy, that's the way he went down. Didn't know if maybe he pulled a muscle or something, but thank goodness he's all right. He has just been a beast underneath. He has 8 rebounds in the game. Inbound quick. Gales had it, missed the layup. Rebound by Bell. And let's see. I think the Hornets wanted to get a fast break, but they said we got some more sweat on the floor. Tell you, these guys are sweating. It ain't really hot here, but they playing. And every time somebody goes down, floor gets slippery. That's what happened to Bell. Didn't want to happen right there. Bell was upset because he wanted to run a fast break. 5:30 to go in the game. Franklin 35, White Castle 34. White Castle in a 3-quarter court trap. Back to Caesar. Double team. Got it down the Ballot. Inside it goes. And that was number 11, Skylar Miller. And once again, Burks is just so adapted. Going up, not reaching in. He gets his hand on the ball, and it's a jump ball. That's the 4th time we've seen him do it, and the arrow is pointing to White Castle. And Jayshon Johnson's back in. Trayshawn Mack back in. Johnson playing with those 4 fouls. Steal by Mack. Mack down the lane. He loses it. Layup by himself. He loses the handle. Turnover goes to White Castle. That would have been an easy basket to put the Hornets up by 3. Inbound to Washington. Long pass up the floor. Gales inside the Burks. Layup no good. Gales got it back. Out to Miller. Back to Gales. Dumps it inside to Loach. And he misses the layup. Ball fought for. Burks has it. He goes down. Ball on the floor. And let's see. Did they say they got a timeout? The ball was on the floor.
They got a timeout.
White Castle got the timeout. Burks loses shoot. He went down. Bell went to jump on it for a tie ball, but they say that the coach got the timeout before. And it'll be White Castle's ball when we come back. Each team now with 3 timeouts left. Possession hour pointing to Franklin. 4:43 to go in the game. We'll keep it right here. White Castle in the bonus the rest of the game. Bulldogs always committed 2 fouls, so the Hornets have a long way to go before they're shooting free throws. And it's going to be White Castle ball. underneath that basket. As alertly, Coach Carter got the timeout. Before it would have been a tie ball, and the arrow pointing to Franklin. Well, let's see. Yeah, it'll be White Castle ball underneath that basket. 35-34. Franklin by 1 here. Fourth quarter. Long pass outside to Deloach. Ballard guarding him. Ballard has 4 fouls. In the corner to Miller. Out to Burks. Burks on the drive. Pulls up short on the jumper. Bell with the rebound. Here's Ja'Shawn Johnson with the ball. He'll hold it out. He's been on the bench a long time here in almost the whole third quarter. Now he'll drive down the lane. He's pushed from the back. Let's see. And they say on the floor. 13. It goes against Allen. First on Allen. Third team foul. So Franklin will have it underneath the basket. You get into Caesar, top of the key. Caesar crossover dribble stolen by Allen. 2-on-1. Allen down the lane. Too strong. Rebound by Caesar. That's 3 layups that the Bulldogs have missed in the last 3 trips. Ballard gives it to Bell. Kicks it over to Mack. Drives on Burks. And there's a blocking foul on Burks, and that's number 4.
Foul against the Bulldogs.
I tell you what, right now, 3:50 to go. If Burks goes out of this game, the Hornets win it. No doubt about it. That's the 4th foul. So still Franklin will inbound. Let's see if they go right at Burks. Long pass outside to Johnson. He has it out around midcourt. Gets it down to Bell. He spins in the lane. He goes up. Layup. Jalen Bell gets the layup to drop. 37-34. Near steal by Caesar, and Mack had it. Lost it. And they said he was on the line. Good hustle by Mack. It'll be White Castle's ball. Allen will inbound it back to Deloach. Well, Washington had 15 points in the first half. Only 3 here in in the second half. None here in the fourth quarter. He has the ball off of his foot, but he's able to run it down before it goes out of bounds. Picked up by Mack. He gets a screen. Spins down the lane. Left-handed layup won't go. There's Bell with the rebound. 3:05 to go in the game. It's Franklin by 3. Johnson down the lane. Pulls up. 8-foot jumper. No good. Rebound on the floor. And they said out of bounds by Allen of White Castle. It'll stay with Franklin. Now Johnson had an open layup right there. Oh, she was open 8-foot jumper, but couldn't get it to go. Hit the back iron. Inbound goes over to Mack, and he walked with it. He could see it. What he was trying to do was just take it at Burks. Didn't know what to do, and finally he traveled with it. So 2:55. Franklin by 3. White Castle with the ball. Allen will inbound it. Does to Gales. Back to Allen. Back to Gales. Over to Deloach. Deloach. Left side. Gets it off the Gales drive. And he just runs over Bell. And let's see who the foul's on. They say it's on Bell. That's a tough call. That's his 3rd. And that'll get Gales to the line for a 1-and-1. So Gales will shoot 1-and-1. 2:39 to go. Possession arrow pointing to Franklin. Both teams with 3 timeouts left. Only 4 team fouls against White Castle, so Franklin still 3 fouls away from a 1-and-1. Gales is 0 for 1 from the line. Free throw is up. No good. Rebound by Bell. Dalen Bell has been a man on the boards for the Hornets. Double teamed off to Caesar. Caesar over to Ballard. Back out to Caesar. 2:25 to go. Johnson has it. Bell free throw line. They'll just spread the floor here. Johnson driving, poked away. Gales has it. He's headed the other way. Gales down the lane, throws it up off the backboard and in. Gales puts it in. 37-36. Franklin by 1. Timeout, Hornets. They call it with 2 minutes exactly to go. And we'll take it with them. Timeout on the floor. 37-36. Franklin by 1. This is Hornet basketball on the breeze.
It's Truck Month at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and the deals are back. Like $13,500 off this 2022 Ram Bighorn, and there's a 1.9% interest rate for 72 months also. The Jeep Truck, the 2023 Gladiator, has $4,500 off MSRP on sport packages. That's $13,500 off Bighorn and $4,500 off Gladiator. Only at A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick.
1.9% standalone option for qualified buyers.
In the local economy. Keep pushing, Hornets. You're simply the best. This all. If elected, he will represent all of St. Mary Parish. 2 minutes to go. It's been mostly all White Castle. Franklin had to lead early in the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, it was 8-7. At halftime, it was White Castle by 10, 28-18. The Hornets cut it to 5 at the end of the third quarter, but now have fought back. They have outscored White Castle 8-2 here in the final quarter so far with 2 minutes to go. Franklin basketball in the backcourt. They get it into Johnson. Jason Johnson double teamed as he comes over to half court. Gets it off the Ballard. Ballard's done a good job, and they said foul goes against Washington. His first, team foul number 5. And Franklin again will inbound it with 1:49 to go. Here's Caesar. Double team. Tries to get to Mack. He throws it back in. Stolen away by Gales. White Castle with a chance to take the lead. Here's Washington. Cut off. Back out to Allen. Over to Deloach. He drives. Dumps it inside. Stolen away by Bell. Thought he saw an open man. It was stolen. Caesar has it knocked out of his hands into the hands of Ballard. He'll take the jumper. No good. Foul. Gales gets the foul. That's number 4 on him. And Bell will shoot 2. Big rebound underneath. He's in double figures in rebounds. There's a double-double here in the semifinals. They'll shoot 2. Gales with 4 fouls, and now Franklin will be in the bonus the rest of the way, both teams. First free throw for Bell, no good. And here comes Burks. Burks checks back in with the 4 fouls. He's in there. Allen will sit down. Here comes Bell. Shot is up. This one is in. So Bell makes 1 out of 2, and it's a 2-point lead. Well, let's see what we got. The referee stop it as 2 players kind of got together. No foul, but they just wanted to make sure. Here's the inbound. Washington has it. Let's see. They say it stays with White Castle. In the backcourt, it goes to Gales. Off to Washington. 1:10 to go. Gales will take the 3 from left side. No good. Long rebound to Washington. He drives. His floater's up, no good. Burks has it up, in, and he's fouled. Burks got the rebound. Puts it back. And Bell gets his fourth foul. Huge basket by Burks as he ties it at 38, and he'll have a chance for a three-point play here to take the lead with 57 seconds left. Free throw, no, knocked out of bounds, and let's see, they say off of White Castle. And now Burks goes out. Allen back in. Tie game, 56 seconds left. Franklin with the basketball. Here's Caesar. Over to Johnson. Johnson drives to Mack. He goes up, no good. Rebound, Bell. He's blocked away. Here's the pass up ahead, 29 seconds. Allen has it in the corner to Gales, and he's pushed by Mack. Mack just got up on him and pushed him. And that's his second foul, and that'll get Gales to the line for a 1-and-1. 40-38. 2-point lead for Franklin. 24 seconds left. Burks back on the floor. Allen will go out. Tell you what, Bell just determined as he went up twice, got the rebound, put it back in. He may have 20 rebounds. We'll have to check it. First free throw, no good. Bell with another rebound and a reach-in foul against Washington. That's his second. And that puts Bell at the line for a 1-and-1. Franklin, 5 for 9. Bell is 4 for 7. Timeout. We'll keep it right here. 22 seconds left. Possession arrow. Should there be a tie ball, it's going to the Hornets. Hornets with 2 free throws here make it a 2-possession game. The White Castle had 3 3-pointers, but all in the first half. Has not converted one in the second half. 2 by Washington, 1 by Deloach. Franklin's only got 1 ballot, threw one in from deep at the end of the third quarter. I don't know why they're saying it should be. I thought it was a 1-and-1. They say no. That's only the 6th foul, so evidently I missed one. So that's why they fouled. The next foul will be 1-and-1. So, pardon me, Franklin will have it in the backcourt. It goes up to Caesar. It goes to Mack. Rayshawn Mack puts it down. Hornets by 4. 15 seconds. Here comes Gales. He loses the handle. Johnson, 5. Championship. The Hornets come storming down at the half, and they win it 42-38. What a game by the Hornets. Amongst boys out there, the long pass down to Mack. He got it to go. Gales tried to hurry it up. Ball was knocked out of his hands, and the Hornets got the clock. It's going to be Franklin for the Division IV non-select title. That game is at 4 o'clock on Friday right here in the Burton Coliseum. Well, White Castle played their heart out, but I'll tell you what, the Hornets went to the locker room down 10. They turned up the defensive pressure for White Castle in the second half. Only 10 points. They scored 10. Meanwhile, the Hornets came out and they scored 26. Just an amazing comeback. Did it with Jayshawn Johnson on the bench for almost all of the third quarter. Can't say enough about Tavon Ballard, who came in, he had 7 points, but the big story, Dalen Bell. He ends with 17 points. I don't have the totals yet on the rebounds, but I'm going to tell you, I think it's got to be close to 20 as he just dominated inside, took control of the game, and that'll do it. What a ball game. Franklin Hornets didn't take the lead again until the fourth quarter, and they win it 42-38. That's going to wrap up our coverage. Join us tomorrow, 4:45. We'll have the Patterson Lumberjacks and, again, Franklin fans. 4 o'clock on Friday. The Hornets go for their second victory. We'll have KBZ, the station where champions play. Good night, everybody.